Good morning, guys. Welcome to Renda's Creative Plans. I am so glad to have you. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you have been here before, then welcome back. I am so excited to have you guys. And before we get started, I wanted to say a big, 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 big thank you to all of my new viewers. My 2024 planner lineup video has gotten like 389 views last time I checked. So thank you guys so much for watching my videos. It really means a lot to me. It keeps me more motivated to keep videoing and in all reality to stay more accountable for stuff. So I really appreciate you guys watching. And I hope that you guys enjoy my videos and continue watching. And it really does mean a lot. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it here. This will be our first of hopefully many of what I'm going to call Money Monday editions. And I have just this past week started using the cash envelope binder systems. Because one thing that I'm really wanting to focus more on this coming year is money, finances, money, saving, actually knowing where my money went, where my money goes, rather than wondering where it all went. So that was one thing that I really, really want to focus on in 2024. And besides all the normal expenses, the top 3 things that I want to save for right now that are just most important right now is a grooming expo in May. I really need to save up money for that, and savings, and then vacation fund. Those are my top 3 saving goals right now. In May, of course, it will probably change a little bit, but right now that's my top 3. And savings should probably be first ahead of the grooming expo, but I'm going to try to save in both. But I only have until May to save for the grooming expo, and we've had one. I wanted to go the last 2 years and have not been able to go, and so this year that is my really big goal. Is I really want to go to the grooming expo. So I do have more categories than that, but like I wanted to say first is those are my first 3 main priorities. So I will show you guys our extra cash binder envelope first, and make sure you guys can see okay. Let me move some things around. So I did get 2 of them. My first one showed that it was delivered, but it actually wasn't in our mailbox, so I thought somebody stole it. So I went ahead and ordered another one, and then the next day my neighbor brought it, and they delivered it to my neighbor, and he brought it back. So we have an extra one now, which works because this will be kind of more of my husband's. They come with these cute budget sheets, and he has, or in his, this will be his / mine, like his vacation, and then things like that, and then extra envelopes of mine or ours that I don't necessarily need to carry with me all the time. So we have an envelope for vacation, and I got these at Amazon. I think they're called cash envelope savings binder budget or something like that. And it comes with a few envelopes and stickers and the budget sheets. And then I also went back on and ordered extra envelopes because I was thinking last week of extra categories I wanted. So I wanted the extra envelopes, and now I can't remember what they were. I'll probably remember this week, so it may change throughout the process of integrating this, but we'll just see. So there is an envelope for vacation. We have one for a gun fund because we're wanting to save up money to get a new gun. We've almost been there like 2 or 3 times in the last few years, and every time we get money saved up, something else comes up that we have to use it for. We have utilities, which will be like for a new washer and dryer. I didn't want to use this sticker again, so I just figured we'd go with utilities and just remember that it's for a washer and dryer because we'd really like to get a new set. And then we just have some extra ones in here. Like I said, I had ideas for more categories, but I can't remember now what they were. I'll remember in the middle of the night sometime. And then these is what it came with. It came with like sticker labels, and then it came with the actual title, sticker titles of different categories. And so yep, there is the extra one. And so I'll put that to the side. And then this is my personal one that I've been kind of carrying with me everywhere I've gone here lately. So I have this extra envelope in the front. It doesn't have a name, but it's just, I just figured that like I would put money in here until I'm ready to fill my envelopes, which I'm going to try to stuff the envelopes like in the middle of the week or the end of the week if possible, so that way you guys can watch me stuff in the envelopes, because this week I did just stuff them as I went along, but I did take them out so you guys can see what's in there. So yeah, this will just be kind of the money I get through the week that I'll save until I stuff the other categories, or else I'll put money in here that will need to go into my bank account, because sometimes if I get a lot more cash transactions than credit card or check transactions for my work, then I need to put some cash into my account to make sure I have enough to pay all my bills. So there is that extra one. And then I have my food category for groceries, my eating out binder or dine out, or envelope, not binder, my vacation, my savings / emergency fund. I just put savings on here, but my savings will be my emergency fund, so it's kind of the same thing in a way. And then my Groom Expo, of course, and Christmas gifts, which up until this week had quite a bit in it, but I finished all my Christmas shopping this week, so there is nothing in there now. Household, which will be more like seasonal type things, like if you need to buy hoses or soil or things like that for spring. If you need to buy like curtains or just something, you know, household-ish related. And personal, like clothes or, you know, anything kind of like that. And then regular gifts like Mother's Day, Father's Day, anniversary, birthdays, things like that. So that is what I have in my binder for right now. So I think what we'll do first, I want to go to my budget, but I think we'll go ahead and put the money back in here real fast. I don't want to show you guys, I am kind of using these savings challenges. They are from Pleasantly Planned. I bought these off of her site and I printed them off, and then I'll cut them down. But I'm using, for my savings, I want to save up as much as possible, but I find that if I have a goal or something to color in, that I'm more apt to actually put money in there. So I figure what I'm doing with my savings anyways is I'm going to go in line. So like right now, this week, I started doing the $1 savings challenge. I did cut this out, and then I have the $2 and the $3 in there too. And then when those are all done, then I'll just keep going in line, and then we'll go to the 30-day savings challenge where you save $2 and $1 to save $45, and then $2 and $3 to save $75, $3 and $4 to save $105, and 4 and 5s, 135s, 5s, 10s, and 20s for $300, and then the last one will be 1s, 4s, 5s, 2s, 7s, 8s, 11s, 12s, all the way up to like the 30s, and this will save $465. So I just thought that that would be just kind of fun to start off, you know, in order of that and go with that. And these aren't necessarily 3 days, it's just whenever. I think I'm already halfway done with the $1 savings challenge with just doing it last week, so that works really good. So we'll go ahead and stuff the envelopes here. Oops, I got a hair in there. So for my groceries last week, I did end up putting $160 in here, and I have $36 left over that I didn't spend on groceries. So I've got 20, 30, 35, 36. But I'm actually going to take my one out and move it over to my savings so I can color another one. So that's what I've been doing with that. It's just any extra ones that I get from either my clients pay me, or if I spend money and get change back and I get any ones, I just put them right to that savings challenge. So we'll make a note of that here. So we'll do 12, 18, 23. Withdrew, I guess. Withdrew to $1 savings. And my writing is horrible. So that makes it 35. And I think after I started keeping track on this budget, I think I'm actually going to go to pencil on the newer ones, just so that way it looks better. Or I can erase it, and I don't know. I just don't like the way the pens look. Dine Out, I did start with, at one point in time, I had like $35 in here. I used all that last week, which I didn't even budget for dining out, so that was kind of crappy. And then I have my vacation fund, which on my vacation, I am going to do the $10 savings challenge. And I figured I'm going to try to at least do that every week, is at least try to put a $10 bill in my vacation. It's going to take a little while to build up, but at least it's something every week, but it's not enough where it's going to be like hopefully setting me back. And then we have our savings, and I will go ahead and color in the other one since I'm adding the one to this. Like I said, I really like coloring in these things. To me, it just really keeps me motivated. Or it gives me a goal, I guess is what I should say, because, you know, it's fun. To me, it's like checking things off, and it's fun. So these are all ones, and once I have this done, I'll put these in my savings account in my bank, and then I'll start on the next one. And I've got the 2 and the 3 already in here, and when those are done, then I'll go to the next step and cut them out. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, $19 in our $1 savings challenge for savings. So, and if I have like a lot of big amount of money left over, or not left over, but extra that isn't going towards bills or anything like that, then I will go ahead and put them into savings too. Okay. And then we have the Grooming Expo, and I did already start with the $50 from before. I already had that saved up from a few weeks ago. And then this week I was able to save up 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 165 to add to it. So I have a total of 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 210, 215. So I have 215 in the Grooming Expo, which is quite a lot, but I mean, not quite a lot. To me, it's quite a lot, but in comparison to what I need, we have a long ways to go. Long, long, long ways to go. All right, so there is my cash envelope system. And now we're going to go ahead and take a look at our actual budget and see how we did for last week. So I'll open up my mini planner here. And this is where I keep track of all of my spendings for the week. This is a Happy Planner one that is classic size that I cut down to fit the mini. However, to me, it's just really big and bulky and wastes a lot of space. So I still have the back to fill out, and then I made up my own expense tracker to keep track of in my mini. I also have this in a classic size for my classic planner, and then I'll put some in my budget planner too from Color Plan, but I have not gotten that one set up yet. So I did go ahead and added all these up and categorized them into my budget page. I was just going to show you guys how I kind of keep track of that. But I do need to do a better job because I think that I did some other spendings with cash that I didn't notate this week. And so I've got to do a lot better. And we'll take this out and we'll flip to my budget section. And we'll go ahead and just pull this out. And this is how I keep track of my budgets. I made up these pages. I'm a dog groomer, so I don't get paid the same amount every week. It really fluctuates depending on my clients and if they give me tips. If I get tips, you know, I make more than I think. If I have no-shows or last-minute cancellations, then, you know, So I allotted for, or figured that if everyone showed up last week, I would make $825. I actually made $1,172.83. A lot of people gave me tips last week, mainly for Christmas. I got a lot of extra cash tips for Christmas. I got a lot of cash tips and Christmas cards, which was extremely helpful. I really, really, really appreciate them doing that. It made this week a lot better. Oh dear. Well, okay, so we allowed for $825. But yeah, $347.83 extra. But we actually made 1,000. We'll just write over it here. Doesn't have to look pretty, I guess. 1,172.83. So we had $347.83 extra. So I was able to pay all of my bills. I didn't actually, instead of paying the $60 for gas that I allotted, I spent $42. Christmas, I had actually intended on paying $50, but I did $100 instead. And then my Grimm Expo, I did $5 extra than what I had allotted for. Groceries, I did $10 extra. I did $10 in vacation. And then I did $18 in savings. Miscellaneous, I spent $103. Eating out, I spent $46. So in just those categories there, I spent $167 over what I had originally budgeted for. But that's okay because I made a little bit more. But still, it would have been better if I went and ate out. If I went about the miscellaneous, then I would have had that extra money I could have put in Grooming Expo. So let's see here. I had $85.17 I had left over from last week. I made $1172.83. Whoops. And I bought this calculator off of Amazon as well. I think it is so cute. I love the chunkiness of it. My husband thinks that I am crazy for liking this calculator. Like, what's wrong with just a regular calculator? Like, well, it's fun. Okay, so I will have 170 and some cents left over in my account, and then actually another 15. So I should have had a spending $1,073 this week. And so let's see how we did. So we did 42 in gas. We did 150 in Christmas, 54 for car insurance, 165 in Grooming Expo. Oops. Minus 46 in eating out, 18 in my savings, which is actually 19 now, 103 in miscellaneous. We did 150 in groceries, 350 for that. Okay, so this shows we should be in the whole $16. So my computing isn't exact, apparently. Let's do this one more time. 42 plus 150 plus 54, 65, 46, 18, 103, 50, 350. Yeah, so I spent $1,088. Which I still have some in my cash envelopes. Whoops. 1,088, not 108. 1,088. Yeah, I still have some of my cash envelopes, but it's still supposed to come out evenly from here that it's technically spent. Oops, so 1088, and I have 170 and 15 in my account. That comes out to 1273. Yeah, so it's not exact because I carried over 85.17 from last week. Plus the extra I have, so it should come out to zero. So somewhere I'm off my figures, which is that's okay. This is the first day, you guys, so, and this is why I wanted to really start doing this, to keep more on track, to keep more accountable, and actually be more on top of where my money goes. So obviously there's an error in here somewhere, I'm just not sure where. That's okay. So hopefully next week we will be starting off on the right foot. Like I said, I should start off with about 170. There's some cents in there too, but, well, no, 170 and 15. I keep forgetting about the 15. So I should be carrying over 185 from this week. So, or last week. So that means I should have 735. So we're going to do plus 185 equals 735. Okay, so for next week, or this week, I mean, I am thinking I should make $550. I do have a couple of dogs that I have on the schedule that will make it more, but they have a really, really busy schedule. really, really busy schedule. So sometimes they end up having to cancel last minute. And so I've got to the point where I don't necessarily count their fees in here. So without their dogs, I will be having $550. If they actually show up and if they make it, because I know that they have a crazy busy schedule, then I should have $690. And with that extra money, like I have down here, I have, like I said, I've got $60 for gas, half of my salon rent this week, $20 extra for Grooming Expo, which I actually need a lot more than that, but next week I should be able to do a whole lot more. $150 again for groceries, which technically I could do $35 less since I still have some left in my envelope, so I could just take that off and then have a total of $150. But I'll go ahead and leave it at the $150 and then have extra in there because with Christmas this weekend, we might need that extra grocery money anyway. And if we don't use it all, then I'll have some left over for next week again. $160 in savings and then $10 in a vacation fund. And then if I have more, like if they do show up and with the $735, with what's left over from this week, which will make it $735, then if I do have extra, it'll go more towards my salon rent, because if I make another $225, then I will have all that I need for the salon rent this week. So then I can just pay that this week and not worry about it. And if I even get extra more than that, depending on how this week goes, then the extra will go to Grooming Expo, and then whatever ones I have will go to savings for this week. So I hope you guys like this video. I know it's a little bit confusing with not having a set pay, but that is how I am keeping track, and I am hoping that this week I will do better than I did the week before and not spending as much, being more diligent about where my money is going, and then actually tracking everything better, because apparently my figures were off somewhere from last week. That's okay. This is our first week doing this, you guys, and so I have a lot to learn and adjust for. So that's what it looks like. This is my goals for next week, and we will see you guys hopefully later on this week with cash stuffing envelopes, and then we will see you guys again next Monday to go over this week's budget, how we spent this week, and then go over a budget for the next week. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!